What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing my match review, match reaction and match analysis of Manchester City's Champions League semi-final first leg clash with Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu, as Real Madrid and Manchester City draw 1-1, make it all to play for in Manchester next week. Looking forward to that game. It should be an absolute cracker in what was pretty much a game here of two brilliant teams going toe for toe and cancelling each other out. But before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then do subscribe to my channel. We're now less than 1,000 subs away from 30,000 subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well, social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. TikTok link also in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. Also, don't forget as well to let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and do leave a thumbs up. 100 likes is the aim. Finally, this video is sponsored and brought to you by GT Player, who very kindly sent me this limited edition Manchester City chair that you can see that I use in all of my videos. You can go and check out GT Player. Their link is in the description. If you use code JSGC5 on checkout, you'll get 5% off your basket. GT Player got some fantastic chairs for you to go and check out, so do go and check them out, and I'll run my promo video at the end of this video. So let's crack on with my thoughts. Firstly, team selection. Don't really think there's too much to talk about because Man City and Real Madrid went with the teams that I predicted in my preview, so no surprises. No Ake, he didn't travel with the squad. We don't know how serious his injury is, so Akanji came in. Akanji had a decent game, didn't do anything wrong in my opinion. Saw some interesting battles, Grealish and Carvajal, Vinicius Jr and Kyle Walker. Some very interesting battles there on the pitch, but I think the two most interesting ones and two players that did very well for both teams. Antonio Rudiger can't be easy coming in for Militao. Comes in, his job's to keep Erling Haaland quiet, and Erling Haaland was kept quiet. And Ruben Dias, his job was to keep Karim Benzema quiet, and Karim Benzema didn't have too much to do in this game either. So a couple of outstanding defensive performances that has taken some wonderful strikes to be able to grab a couple of goals in this game and keep it all to play for next week in Manchester. Maybe a bit of an advantage for Manchester City. I think it's very much a case of all to play for both teams. City are very good at home. Real Madrid are very good away. I think it'll be more of an open game in Manchester, with the expectation that Man City at home will win that game. That is the expectation. I'd expect Man City to be beating any team at home. And we're in a position now where all we need is to win by any means necessary, and we make it to Istanbul. For Real Madrid, a little bit more complex because they know that they need a result in Manchester. A draw will send it to extra time, potentially penalties. A win for Real Madrid will send them through, and of course a City win will send Manchester City through and Real Madrid crashing out. So very finely poised with two very similar teams here. And City, first half, much better than what they were second half. Yet ironically, it's Real Madrid who were better in the second half than they were in the first. Yet it was Real Madrid that scored in the first half and City that scored in the second half. A very well taken strike by Vinicius Jr. Let's not forget, first 20 minutes, City had 6 attempts on goal. Testing Courtois, looked well up for the game. And let's not forget that Real Madrid haven't conceded in over 6 hours of Champions League football in the build-up to this game. And so Manchester City, it's going to take something special to be able to beat Courtois, and that is the case of what's happened with De Bruyne finding our equaliser in the second half, and it just had to be Kevin de Bruyne scoring past Thibaut Courtois at the Bernabeu. It's just, things just right themselves. De Bruyne loves a goal against Thibaut Courtois, and so it's just, yeah, we're in a very interesting situation. It is only half time, and it is very much all to play for, and there's nothing to separate here either team. And I genuinely don't know what direction we're going to be going in for the match in Manchester. I can imagine City being a little bit more attacking, but I can imagine it just being the same team and very much what we saw on show this evening, going again in Manchester to try and find that all-important clinical touch. At Manchester City, we could take confidence on last season because we won at the Etihad. We should have won by more at the Etihad last season against Real Madrid, but we found an early goal. And if we can find an early goal at the Etihad, that's going to put all the pressure back onto Real Madrid and City for 31 minutes when Vinicius Jr. with a cracking goal, and that all came about from Camavinga making that run down the left-hand side, distracting Bernardo Silva. It means Vinicius Jr. can cut through the middle rather than needing to go out wide and go toe-for-toe with Kyle Walker, who's just as quick as Vinicius Jr. And because that happens, it does then mean that Vinicius Jr. cutting in's got players who are slower, has an extra touch, and has that shot, and it's a brilliant finish into the back of the net. It'd be disappointing for Ederson with one shot on goal and one goal to show for that as well. Back to that old statistic again, but a good show of mental strength from Manchester City, because there were times in that second half where we was up against it, where Manchester City, it was a real test of strength physically and mentally. And I feel like this evening, Manchester City have shown that they're prepared to go toe-for-toe with Europeans' best, and Manchester City are prepared to do everything they can to try and win the big ears, the European Cup, the Champions League trophy. We picked up a brilliant result here at the Bernabeu, and I am convinced Manchester City can get that job done next week. As it is, Real Madrid at the weekend have got Getafe. There'll be a full rotation in place, so they're going to have a fresher squad than City will, because we're going to need to go full strength against Everton in what's going to be a very important Premier League game. So this push for this treble, this T-word, it's just relentless. And I think City can take confidence because our unbeaten run continues. We picked up a really good result here in Madrid. And Manchester City, last season, even though it was the second leg, we lost against Real Madrid. And so this is progress. And it sets things up really nicely now for that match in Manchester next week. And there isn't a lot to choose between these two teams. It is just going to come down to these fine margins. I really wouldn't rule out next week it being level again after 90 minutes. It's going to extra time again like it did last season. I wouldn't rule out this going to the lottery of penalties. So in the build-up after that Everton game, I would have Man City working on their penalty taking, because from what I saw this evening, there just isn't that much to call between these two phenomenal European giants. And I'm excited for next Wednesday's game now. And we can look forward to our match against Everton instead of what is a must-win game in the Premier League. And it's a very poignant week and a half for Manchester City now. Two massive Premier League games against Everton away, Chelsea at home. Sandwiched between them is the return match in this Champions League semi-final second leg at the Etihad against Real Madrid. And if I'm Man City, I would be tempted to say 3 games, full strength for all 3, win all 3, and there's the potential of this being a very, very successful season for Manchester City. But the job isn't done yet. The one final thing I want to speak about, because I don't feel like I've done it justice, is that Kevin de Bruyne finish. I didn't think City found too many ways of getting our attackers like De Bruyne and Haaland involved too much in this game. Bernardo and Jack Grealish spent a lot of the time hogging the touchline, cutting in, tracking back. There wasn't really too much offensively offered from City, and it was just a fact that we needed to be clinical and patient. And that finish from De Bruyne, it's a Madrid team that's not conceded for over 600 minutes in the Champions League, was outstanding. Pure power, taking it through. And De Bruyne just hit that ball like he meant it. He meant business with that finish. City defensively strong. We found our clinical touch. A very close game. Second leg time, Manchester. Come on. We've got it. I think we've got it. We can do it. There we go then, guys. They're my thoughts. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up. 100 likes is the aim. Subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Also, don't forget as well, TikTok link in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. And finally, I want to say a big thank you to GT Player for sponsoring today's video. I'll see you guys all again. We've got a live watch along of the AC Milan Inter Milan game tomorrow. I'll have my reminder set for that tomorrow for you guys, so I'll see you then. If not, I think we'll have a transfer update out towards the end of the week, and then we'll have the build up to the Everton game for you guys to look forward to as well. So I'll see you all for that in what is this relentless schedule, just so busy. So I'll see you all for the many Manchester City videos that we've got between now and the end of the season. But as it is here, Manchester City put themselves in a good position, all to play for next week in Manchester, in what's going to be, I'm sure, another exhausting yet exhilarating game. I'll see you for that. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.